Okay, we're finally actually breaking some new ground here. This wing has had all its tapes attached properly. The fabric has been shrunk 3 times at 250, 300 and 350. The next step is to clean the fabric. What we're aiming to do is to paint the white bits this same coloured green. That's the objective. But first of all, before we can do that, we need to clean the fabric. One with a vacuum cleaner, which I just did, but I can show you basically how I did that with my air-operated vacuum cleaner. Yep, this is it here. And yeah, with compressed air, we just simply vacuum the whole thing off, including the green bits. Okay, I'm not going to go bore you with that. That's already done. The next step is to use the Eco Clean, it's just really a degreaser, is all it is. And it's to be diluted according to the manual, which is open to the right page there, which you probably can't read at all. But what it basically says is to dilute the Eco Clean at a 15:1 ratio with water. 15 parts of water to one part of this, which is why there's virtually nothing missing out of the bottle, and why we've got a nice light pink colour material in this bottle. Now, it is a degreaser. I certainly don't want to breathe the fumes from a degreaser. They don't. The last thing I need degreased is my lungs. That would be probably a bad thing. So I will use a respirator or a respirator mask when I'm doing this. I'll probably do one panel at a time. It's purely spray it on, and wipe it off with a sponge, which I have here as well, and then wash it off with water. I'm lucky enough to have access to rainwater, and I'll use that, and I'll just let it run on the floor. It's water. Yeah, so that's the next task that we're trying to accomplish. And then after it dries, we will then dilute the Ecobond, the green stuff. We'll dilute that with water and paint it on the white bits. There's no need to paint it on the green bits, it's already there. So we'll just paint the white bits. And then I'll turn the wing over and do the same thing on the other side. So that's what you're going to be looking at over the next couple of minutes. All right, let's see how this goes. We've got our Eco Clean, and we've got our sponge, and our Eco Clean in diluted form. So we'll just spray a little bit of that on. pretty easy to do. Just got to breathe it in. And that's it. Not very difficult, not very exciting. And then we just rinse it off. Easy peasy. Let's do the same on this side. I need to be the other way around. Ever noticed how whenever you put safety gear on, you always get a phone call? At least that was got me a message. Okay, rinse that off. Well, this is clean now. The water's just about dried up. It's probably had a couple of hours since I washed it, but I'm going to give it a bit more time anyway. In the meantime, what I might do, I've been working on this wing as well, is I'll measure these tapes up, cut them off, and get ready to run the 2-inch tape along the front and the back. the leading edge and the rear main spar. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm not going to record it. I'll just do it. Well, here's something I thought you might find a little bit interesting, a little bit unusual. This is a roll of my 2-inch tape, and if we hold it like this and we look just here, you'll see that it splays out. The tape splays out this way. I think what's happened is during transport to get here to Australia, I think it sat this way in the box and vibrated its way around and caused the little convolutions, or whatever you want to call them, to flatten out a little bit. And what that's done, if we go back up here, I'll try and take you up and have a look without making too much noise, means that it's not sitting down properly here. They don't want to sit down. They're spiking up. This side's okay. This is the good side of the roll. But this, the splayed outside is this one here. So probably a good idea to make sure they are stored upwards, upright like this, not laying on their flat. Now the good news is this can be saved. This can be pushed down with the iron. I'm just about to do that now. So if you sit back and take a look, see how we go. Yeah, can you see this one right here? Can you see them sticking up? Well, we can actually push them back down again. That's the beauty of this stuff. That's sitting down better already. A little bit of work and actually pushing them down. They will go down. The green stuff, the green Ecobond, will actually melt a little bit and will actually glue them down properly. But yeah, I just thought you might find that a little bit interesting. I got to this stage last night and went, oh my goodness, what's going on here? So I've had a bit of a think about it, came out and hit it this morning, and they will sit down. They sit down, in fact, sit down beautifully. And that's it. I'll go along and do these other ones. I'll spin you around. You know, they're sitting out all the way along. Just one side. The other side's sitting down reasonably well, but the upper side here is not happy. It's not happy, and it's not happy because of this the way this tape has damaged itself. But anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I'll go ahead and do them and glue them down properly. Okay, this is still ready to apply the Ecobond, diluted Ecobond. This leading edge piece is it's not diluted. It's full strength, and it's actually what I'm trying to achieve is to attach the fabric through onto the metal leading edge. So I chose not to dilute the Ecobond, but I'm going to do it for the white bits that are here. These white bits you can see. Oh, perhaps I should have used it full strength here on the fuel tank, because I actually want it to adhere to the fuel tank. Matter of fact, I will do that. But the other panels, as a matter of fact, I can do the other panels first because I'm just about ready to do that job now. So anyway, let's do it and see how we go. Well, this is what we need to do the Ecobond on the fabric itself. What it's trying to actually achieve is to not allow moisture to come up through the fabric. This is the other wing, by the way. We're on the bench now. The one we're going to do is over there, laying down horizontally. Yeah, it's to prevent moisture from inside the wing coming up and lifting off the, I think it's called Ecofill, their version of a high build primer. It prevents it from lifting off from the inside. It's protected from the outside because it's got several more layers. It's got a layer of primer and a layer of the actual finish colour on top. So the moisture can't get in from the outside or from above, but it can get in from underneath. So in order to seal that, the fabric weave is sealed with diluted Ecobond. Now, the dilution rate, you know, if you're going to do this, you just read the manual, but it's basically 3/4 of Ecobond and 1/4 of water. And this, they say not to use tap water because you can't really be sure what's in tap water. This is actually reverse osmosis water, which I make myself. I've got my own reverse osmosis unit. It's basically water that's filtered down to the molecular level. Water that is purely, purely water. There's nothing else. No chlorine, no anything. It's just purely water. Any molecules that are bigger than water won't fit through it. So it's basically, you can think of it as a filter that gets down to molecular level. So all we've got to do is I'm gonna try with 100 grams for starters. I might go to 200. So if I have 100 grams, then I'll have 75 grams of Ecobond and 25 grams of actually pure water. That may not work. If it doesn't look like, if 75 grams doesn't look like very much, then I'll double that and I'll go for 150, and it'll be 150 plus 50, you know, to keep the ratio at 1/4, 3/4. Yeah, so let's have a look what 100 grams looks like. Well, actually, we'll have a look at what 75 grams of Ecobond looks like. Hopefully you can see this. There's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe at 75 will do, 60, 64, 66, 68, 70, 74, 76. Okay, close enough. And we want 25 of this to take us up to 100. 82, 88, 90, 94, 602. Close enough. And we're going to mix that up. I'll mix that up with a stick, and we're going to apply it with this crazy foam brush. It covers a fairly big area. We're not trying to paint it, we're just purely trying to seal the weave. So I'll mix this up and I'll get back over to the wing and let's have a look at it. Well, mixing that Ecobond with water wasn't quite as straightforward and simple as I thought it might be. didn't particularly want to mix up. But anyway, I've got it as best I can. And all we've got to do, oh dear me, that looks terrible. Let's get that off. What is it? Got some lumpy bits in there. Yeah, no, that's no good. Alright, we're going to try and get the lumpy bits off the fabric. And we'll start over. I'll wash everything out and we'll start again. I don't need lumpy bits all over the place. Are they lumpy bits? Or are they bubbles? Maybe they're bubbles. No, I don't think so. They're not bubbles. Oh, maybe they are. No, they're not. Don't know what they are, but they don't need to be on there, that's the thing. Okay, I'll be back. We're not doing that. I'll tip that out, wash it out, start again. All right, we'll start over again. I've got a new tray. We'll set the scale. We'll zero the scale, I should say. Now, I don't know. No, we want 75 grams. Come on. 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 62, 64, 66, 68, 72, 74. It'll probably go, yep, 76. Okay, let's try that. I want 25 of this, of just water. This should take us up to about 100, a little tiny bit more, 96, 98, 100. We'll stop at 100. And like before, I'll mix that up and then I'll bring you back over and we'll see if that applies properly. Well, I've got it mixed up as best I could. It looks like there's a couple of little spots right here that I didn't get off. That's one off. I really don't know what they are. But we're about to check. We're about to start again. And we should be able to see if the same thing's going to happen again. Yeah, we'll just use the tip of the brush. I don't need to pile it on there. I need it just like this one. This is perfect. I need it nice and thin. There's one little. Maybe it's out of the can of Bond. Ecobond. Yeah, that's going on a bit better. I'm not seeing lumpy bits come out there. Some bubbly bits, that's okay. Bubbles are good. But yeah, this is about all we want. Matter of fact, that's looking really good. Well, this is good. I don't know what really good should look like, but I'm pretty sure it's looking like what I want. I think the instructions say to do a cross coat to make sure that the weave of the fabric is actually covered in the Ecobond. That's much darker. So yeah, we can do another pattern this way. So we're going virtually the same direction as the weave. So obviously the weave goes two ways, 90 degrees to each other. So we've done it one way, now we go back the other way. So if any of it was missed before, it's bound to be picked up this time. There's still some little bits in there that I'm not totally sort of thrilled about. But basically that's what needs to be done. We're not trying to do the green bits. They already seal from the inside, so there's no need to do them. We're just doing the white bits. That looks pretty reasonable, I think. I think that's pretty much what I was trying to achieve. We'll do one more panel and then I'll turn you off and continue on with the rest of it myself. That looks, I guess, kind of reasonable. There's no, I might have spoken too soon. Maybe there is lumpy bits in it. Like that one. Yeah, I don't know where it came from or what it is. But yeah, we're not really trying to plaster it on there. It's not paint. We're not trying to make it a colour. All we're trying to do is seal the weave. And if we can do it without having bits showing through, then all the better. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can see why they want the cross weave or the cross coats. You know, the coat's going this way as well as this way. looks fairly reasonable, I think. Got some lumpy bits, maybe. I'm not sure. I think it belongs to the fabric. I don't think it's lumpy bits that I've just put on there. There we go. Oh, what's that one? Looks like a hair. I think it might well be. Anyway, that's what we're trying to achieve, and I think we've achieved it. I don't think it looks too bad. I'll carry on and paint the rest, but I'll bring you around and show you how does it look like. Yeah, you can see this. The first bit that I did is a different colour. Well, it's probably got 2 coats on it, is why. I don't need 2 coats, I just need the one. Oh, you can see them. You can see some reflection from the hanger lights, I guess. But there it is. Apart from that top right-hand corner, it actually looks pretty reasonable. All right, let's do a little bit of a wrap up for the end of the day. This hasn't been touched too much. This is this wing. This is the left wing. The top surfaces are all finished. The tapes are on. There's one more tape to go around the back here. That's always, especially this inside curve. But yeah, I'll turn that over and hopefully finish the other side tomorrow. This wing has had its diluted Ecobond put on all of on both surfaces. This is pretty much ready to start filling and painting. This bit here is not. I didn't use the diluted Ecobond. This is the proper Ecobond. This is the fuel tank here, the bottom of the fuel tank, and I want it to actually adhere to the fabric. Same with the leading edge. The leading edge is not diluted either. I'm pretty sort of happy with the way the bond came up. I didn't really know what to expect, but it looks like it's pretty damn smooth. Yeah, and pretty nice. I won't roll it over for you because it's still not completely dry yet, and I don't want to get runs in it. I want to leave it up this way. I'm going to finish for the day now. It's sort of, I don't know, 4:30 or something in the afternoon. Plenty of time to finish up, and this will be dry by morning, and I'll probably start doing the Eco Fill paint tomorrow, which is, I think it's one coat every couple of hours, something like that. I don't know whether I'll finish it or whatever tomorrow. If you're not going to put the finish coat on, the actual top coats, then they say that really should do the 3 coats of Ecofill, and then, but not sand the final coat, leave it, and then in whatever, few weeks' time when you want to do the top coat, then go ahead and sand it and put the upper coats on. Because not just the top coat, there's going to have to be a primer as well. But anyway, that was my day. So this is about as good as it gets for the time being. There's no other structural work to do. The access panels are applied and they're in place. That one's been done as well. The big one here, the big square one. This little fella here for doing up the aileron bolts. That's that probably in some quarters would qualify as microsurgery, but anyway.